Talk about a company that continues to deliver. Hello Games has been a story that's been in the limelight since 2016. Expeditions hits us at 3.3, an update that continues to deliver almost 5 years later. This is the update that we intended to see, which is sad because that means today's most games are not even getting the limelight of being fully complete and sold until probably about 4 to 5 years later because of marketing and the dumb world we call gaming nowadays. And it's not dumb, it used to be cool, but unfortunately game companies struggle as people say we want profit, but that's not what we're here today. Today we're here for patch notes. My name is Mac here at the MacGyver7 channel, and today we're going to be looking at what has changed and what is new for everyone to explore. So with this update, 3.3 is going to introduce a brand new way to play No Man's Sky, starting a fresh journey, a brand new game mode, and new portions, unique challenges with revitalized missions and mechanics, which means they're reworking it yet again. If you played this game from day one, you know that the intro is not really the intro of what it used to be. It's a whole other game, and the elements that you utilize and what's out there, it's like, man, how it evolves. Earn new exclusive rewards and some hub worlds, much more as we scroll down to see exactly what's changing inside of the situation. The introduction of a whole new mode for expansions, and these events will be fixed inside of the universe, bringing the whole community of travelers together to embark on shared journeys, earning experience across the series of milestones, completing these unique explorations goals for as far as what any orders as you earn and meet up your fellow travelers. The portion of what's going to be happening here is linking it up finally into multiplayer, which is kind of pretty cool. They'd already kind of worked towards that and having this, but now it's going to actually have story driven cooperative kind of really badass shit the way it should have been from the intuition of beginnings. So as we go towards each expedition phase is made of a milestone. These challenges range from the simple to the highly challenged and can be completed in the order. Milestones are an open end, and each one has changed to explore the difference in the aspects. In No Man's Sky, every completed milestone brings you a reward that gets you on your journey a little bit closer to completing this. So looking on past that situation, you can see the final phase all the way up to phase 1, and where you can basically get these, reach Starship, reach all these other situations. So it's basically like inner portion of trophies, which you're gonna get. On top of that, there are some portions of travelers where you can go towards for expansions, and we can see some space station overhauls, newer available missions, which will be inside of the mission agents, complete for reworked, greater depth, and a lot more rewards yet again. As we can see as we go down towards the patch, we can see that there's hundreds of crafted portions which you'll be able to get towards these, which are pretty cool. I like that. It's giving it a little bit more flair. On top of the situation, as you can see with targets where they have the finding the missions and relocation, you can see that this is going to be an easier way to trace and track things. For Twitch, you're going to be getting some pretty cool, interesting drops, so make sure you take advantage of that for as far as what you can have on the in-game rewards. On top of the weekend events, now new weekend events are available for the Nexus. Each week, Polo and Nada will indicate the specific locations of all travelers to participate in earning inside of this Quicksilver rewards. So make sure that you end up going to that and picking up those. But the rendezvous point comes down to a portion where we can have the created dynamic hubs and activities and reunite the travelers in the same journey in the community build and settlements in ways that you can say hello as you pass through. Pretty cool. We also look at the situation of before and after for the enhancements of what they've done. As you can see is after and before. They've definitely made it look a little bit more spacey, so you're gonna go back to your ship. You may see some different stuff going on here, because I mean, look at those solar panel integrations. It's so like, you know, Tesla looking. I'm talking like 1800s Tesla, not like the modern Tesla, which is just a company of a representation of his name. Moving on past that, the frequencies and ongoing in the expeditions, we see that new regular portions of what they're going to be having: normal, survivor, permadeath, creator, and community expeditions. So set your goals to doing some cool stuff. You've got a lot out there to choose from in No Man's Sky. Resources and target for as far as the sweep, you can find more missions that are utilizing the rare resources, the sac venoms and the ancient bones, and the pin for the recipe and the missions. So make sure you're taking advantage of those for as far as new missions, for as far as the board and the visible revamp, as we can see, for as far as the clarity. A little bit easier to digest where you can pick and looks a little cooler. As we go down, we can see that the Sentinel combat also came down to it, and there's going to be a huge list at the end of this with tons of fixes, which you're more than invited to read and check out, but it is like a novel. This is a very nice way that they've laid it out for as far as the addition of this, because there's a lot of fixes. For as far as the Sentinel, going back to that, for the dynamic and the satisfying add-on for the degrees of challenges for players for the multi-tool layout. We can now see what's going down with this, the improved lock-on targeting system performing, whoa, that is really cool. Repairs, man, that'd frighten the crap out of me if I saw that in real life. Just like, oh shit, I'm out. Anyways, quantity of life. For as far as the number of life improvements have been introduced inside of the ability of quick menu, for as far as switching inside of the ship, you're gonna have a little bit more of what's going down for anomaly. Pinpoint the systems, crafting, products, installing, repairs, and the technologies. We can also see that the recipe costs and the rebalance for as far as the reparse deposits and more of these metals being able to be quickly picked up, quickly utilized. That's faster they get it out of the ground, faster we can build it, which is pretty cool. Cross-platform becomes a discovery, which is pretty cool for as far as the database and the cross-platform that we've had for as the planetary system of star systems now can be within inside of that community mission. So it's all mixed together. One united situation. Very curious to see exactly how that works out with everyone, as we can see that looks like everything has gone into the No Man's Sky realm. Yes, even Oculus joined it. And Windows, apparently. You can just have Windows, which is just PC. They should have really just said PC. Like, you can, you know, there's still Linux. Ubuntu, you still matter. Ubuntu, you matter. Moving on past this really cool golden ship, you can see a new HUD, which comes into play. So, oh, look at that. Old school, new school, old school, new school. Kind of looks like old school, new school. It reminds me of the old original one, but just more revamped. It's kind of cool, bolder. Like a nice robust coffee in the morning. Pushing past that for the performance and the loading, for as far as what we're going to see in the significant numbers of performance and loading optimizations that can be introduced across all platforms, reducing the initial load times, warp times, texture loadings, and terrain generation for as far as the speed. The physics related to this have occurred, and hopefully for a good reason. For as far as what exclusive rewards we will be seeing, there's some pretty cool stuff. You can start shooting fireworks up in the sky. It's going to be a nice 4th of July for most people, or just someone who wants to have like a, you know, a White Snake concert somewhere on a planet. Golden freaking awesome helmets will be floating around, as we can see the shininess of today's update. We can even see like what looks like a golden portion of like you won something, like a trophy standoff. That's pretty neat, actually. Moving on past the markers of what you can actually see for as far as what we will be getting towards in the visuals, you can see that there are going to be missions, buildings, and a little bit more as far as the rework on the top of that. So easier read, easier consumption. I'm definitely liking that. For as far as cross save rewards, they're going to have the introduction of what's going down for as far as the redeem in any games, the Quicksilver, the companions on the space anomaly traveling. Oh man, the PlayStation turned off. I was like, wait, what just went down? I noticed something on my playback. But transfers for as far as your hard-earned gold vector in the primary save. So there's going to be a very cool situation for exclusive stuff that you can pick up within inside of that situation. So make sure that you are visiting the Quicksilver Synthesis Companion. You'll be having a lot of cool times. For as far as the streamed in the jetpack, which is going to be something really, really cool. I like to utilize that jetpack all the time. You have an elegant single thruster design now, which is very elegantly put right here in this picture. I liked it. Looks very futuristic, spacey. Tasty. Multiplayer missions have improvements for as far as the multiplayer missions available on the Nexus. Inside of there, you will be seeing some gameplay improvements. And again, this is your golden vector. I think it looks like the original ship that they had. That's kind of like a gold DeLorean. Like, looks like it has Mr. Fusion built on top of there. And the literal lots of updates, which we just pretty much already covered, but they graphically went there. If you want to go ahead and read these as the pinpoints, you're more than welcome to, but at a certain time there is a lot of bug fixes that came into the situations, from PlayStation 5 to PC to Xbox Series X and S. And that's our patch. Get out there and start playing. Leave comments down below of what your gameplay is. Get excited. No Man's Sky is finally, like, for me as a gamer that has been playing this since day one, feeling complete. So Sean Murray, hello games, cheers to you. You guys and gals there at that team really did hit a home run 5 years later than what you anticipated, but it was a game that I feel like definitely has an underdog community. So if you're noticing changes and there are some bugs, leave a comment down below. If you're new to the network, you can always like, share, and subscribe for brand new content. And if you do today, who knows? Maybe No Man's Sky will just never stop updating, and I'll continue to update about these patch notes. See you guys and gals in the near future. Stay safe, stay classy, and I'll see you there.